Morning boys and girls. Gwen and I hope you've had a really nice long weekend and we're ready for another fun day on the farm. Let's go.
Hi kids, just coming in there for a cup of coffee, and on my back doorstep I found this cool guy. He's a caterpillar. I'm not sure what kind he is, but in Scotland we call these hairy grannies. Hi kids, how you doing? I've got something really interesting to show you here. In this area here, there's something hiding. I'll give you a minute to see if you can see him. No? Well, this is him here. This is a little caterpillar. There you can see him there. I'll move him a wee bit. And he's on this branch trying to stay out the road of predators like birds and the such like. Isn't it cool?
I found you a better spider's web to see, and I've put this sheet of black paper behind it so that we can get a really good look. And as you can see, lots of little insects have got trapped in the spider's web, and the vibrations that they've caused will allow the spider to come out and gobble them up. Not all of the spider webs look like the one that we've just seen. Some look more like this, but it's got the same job: to trap insects. Sometimes we need to look carefully at places we would never expect wildlife to be. For example, this is the top of one of Farmer William's fence posts, and it's a whole little ecosystem all on its own. On here we have a selection of lichens, mosses, even some grass growing out. And if you look really carefully in here, you can just see a tiny little mushroom growing in there. Now, apart from that, it's also likely to be the home of lots and lots of little insects and creatures. Brilliant. The leaves of the horse chestnut are huge. I'm looking forward to when it grows some conkers for us. The leaves of the horse chestnut are almost fully grown now, and what you can see there are the flowers growing on the trees, and they're often known as the horse chestnut candles, as from a distance these flowers, because they grow straight up, look like the tree is adorned with beautiful candles. Farmer William and I planted some of the chestnuts from last year from the tree, and this is what we've got this year: baby saplings. This was the chestnut we planted 2 years ago. The leaves are nearly fully out on the beech tree now, as you can see. The beech nuts that we saw on the ground have transformed, as you can see, into baby saplings. They look almost like butterflies. Did you see that? And then slowly but surely they start to mature. The beech nut comes off. The little baby leaves can then be seen poking up, and eventually they'll grow into a beech tree this size. There's a poem that we like, and it goes like this: the cuckoo comes in April, she sings her song in May, she changes tune, the middle of June, July she flies away. Now, we have in fact just heard the first cuckoo on the farm, so I'm going to let you listen to it now. You might need to put the volume up a bit on your device to be able to hear it. Cuckoos are quite naughty. When they arrive here, they don't bother building their own nests. In fact, they just lay their eggs in other birds' nests that are already nesting. When the baby cuckoo is born, the mother bird that's been taking care of the eggs assumes it's one of hers and rears it. Here's our dandelion plant. We've got the leaves. The roots are under the soil right now. The pretty bright petals attract insects as pollinators to the plant. We've got a bud that's not quite come out yet, and I'm now going to show you the seeds and how they disperse those. This dandelion has developed its seeds. The flower's gone, and each little dandelion seed is attached to the seed head, and as the wind's blowing like it is today, they are carried off in the wind ready to grow into a new dandelion somewhere else. This type of seed dispersal is called wind dispersal. Do you see how each seed is attached like an arrow onto the top of the dandelion head? And the fluffy bit at the end enables them to fly really well in the wind. This is the dandelion once it's lost all of its seeds. Once you've collected your dandelions from your garden or from the park, I'm going to show you something fun you can do in the sun. Do you see how you can make a dandelion face? Why don't you try and make your whole family too? Once you've had some fun with your dandelions but in the shadows, what you can then do is make some dandelion Play-Doh, which I'm about to give you the recipe for now. Finally, why don't you start drawing or painting some of the flowers you can find, just like the dandelions that we were looking at today. I'd love to see them. After we've been enjoying the sun, as you can see, it's began to get a bit cloudy and overcast. I think it's going to rain, which has given me an idea. Why don't we use a recycled bottle and make ourselves a rain gauge to practice our numeracy skills? Come on! So we've arrived back at the shed to try and make a rain gauge. All we need to make one is a ruler or tape, a permanent pen, and a finished with juice bottle. Remove the label and ask a grown-up to cut the top of your bottle off. So that's us got the top of the bottle detached from the bottom of the bottle. Put the top of the bottle to the side for right now. Then we're going to use our ruler to draw marks up this part of the bottle, marking on with your Sharpie pen. As you can see, we've now written our scale numbers for measuring the rain up our bottom piece of our bottle. And all we need to do next is carefully insert the top part this way up inside the bottle. Do you see? And then we add a little bit of sellotape to join the two bits together. Leave it outside. The rain will go in here, and we've got ourselves a rain gauge for measuring the rainfall. Brilliant.